Hi, I'm Gary, the old geek guy, and I sure hope you're having a really good day today. Today I'm going to go back and rediscover Zoom and Magnifier on my iPhone. The reason why is because with the brand new update with the IOS14 for the iPhone, they have a new function. It's called Touch, and I want to show you how Touch makes it much quicker to bring on Zoom and to bring on the magnifier instead of all the different things you have to keep touching the screen to get to them. This is really fast and a lot easier, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So let's get right into it and see how these things work now with the new Touch system. So here's my home screen. Right now on my home screen I have 3 screens that are actually called home screens. That's my second one, and there's my third one. Let's get back to the first screen, and you'll notice there near the top it says Settings. I'm going to tap on Settings, and then to get to tap or touch, I'm going to go down here to Accessibility, because it is an accessibility function. Hitting Accessibility, and then I go to Touch, and there's Touch right in the middle now. Hitting Touch, and Touch has all of these functions in here, and I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom to where it says Back Tap. Notice that? Back Tap. That means exactly what it sounds like, tapping the back. Well, here, if I double tap, I go to Zoom, and you can see that I have Zoom locked on here. Right there, Zoom. I can make any of these other ones, voiceover, voice control, speak screen, so on and so forth. These are all accessibility things, and all these other ones as well too, but we're talking about Zoom and Magnifier. So if I double tap the back, I have Zoom, and if I triple tap the back, I have Magnifier. So now let's go back to the main screen. This is my home screen. And now watch what happens when I tap twice in the back. There's my magnifier. Isn't that amazing? And if I want to turn it off, and it's off. Let's try that was Zoom. Let's try the magnifier. The magnifier does just the same way, but it's 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And there I have my magnifier. And I can, this is my wallpaper, by the way, and this is not my room. And then this one here does not have a triple tap to turn it off. You simply scroll up the screen and you're done. See how simple that is? What a wonderful function that is. Now, double tap, Zoom, and I can do any function with this Zoom. As you already know, I can go into Safari. I can get into anything. And then double tap to get out of it, and I'm out of it. Doing a triple tap, and there's my magnifier. And and then swipe up to stop it again. That's simple it is. Isn't that nice? Really works nice. That's iOS 14. You need to download it and you need to install it. And it takes a little while. I suggest that you do it maybe after you go to bed, because it takes probably about half an hour to 45 minutes and you're without your phone all that time. But anyway, I think you'll really enjoy this. There's one more thing that I wanted to show you that's new on iOS 14 for the iPhone. And it's the widgets. Now, the iPhone has had widgets before, but never where you could place them anywhere on any one of the home screens. Like I mentioned before, I have 3 home screens. This one, and then the last one. But widgets are on the left-hand side. But let me show you something new about this one widget and the way to put them in, too. You go down to the bottom here where it says Edit like that. Go to the top up here where it says the plus mark sign. And then you have a number of widgets here that are all in here, and you can see that there's all different types of widgets. But what I'm going to do is go to the clock widget. There's the clock. The clock widget can be in 3 different sizes. This is the regular size. This is one that has a different time zone as well as that one, but these time zones are named. But let's go back to the original one, because that's the one I like. And the reason why it's large, that's exactly the size it is. So I'm just going to say add the widget. And there it is. It's in my widgets. But I want to get that widget on my opening screen, and my opening screen is the next one over. So I tap and I hold and I pull it over like that, and then I put it in there. And now I'm going to turn this off and then on. If I turn it off and on, then I have this clock right on my home screen The reason it's good for me is because now I can read that clock. It's when it's tiny, like one of these other icons, that I can't really read it. But this one I can read. But there's another widget that I want to get. Let's go back over here, and let's go back to Edit. And then we're going to go to Plus up here. And we're going to look for this one here. It's called Sticky Widgets. Sticky Widgets. See what it says? Tap to edit text. We're going to add that one. Sticky widget. It can be a small size like that. It can be a larger size like that. Or it can be a really big sticker like that. I don't need a big one. I just like this one right here. I'm going to add this one. There it is. But again, I want to get it onto my home screen. So let's just move it over there. Like that. Went over here. Went too far. Whoops. Very, very, very sensitive. There it is. It's on my home screen. Tap to set it. And there it is. How does it work? Just like it says, tap to edit. So I tap it, and I want to get rid of the text that's on there because it doesn't mean anything to me. But then I'm going to put this, what I want to remember milk. There it is. And I save it, and wow, there it is on my home screen. So whenever I turn my phone on, there it is. These are widgets, and you can put widgets on any one of these places here. Like for instance, if I wanted to put the weather widget, and what I would do is I would go up. Oops, I'm sorry. Let me get back over here. Get back over here. Go down. Oops. Go down to the bottom. Again, edit, and I want to take the weather, that one right there, and I'm going to move it. Oh, let's do this. Do this. Let's do this. Let's do that. I got the location. It's my location, so I'm in the right place. So now I'm going to move it way over here. Next one over. Right there. Whoops. Right there. Like that. Now I have a weather widget on the second page. And I can just tap that, and it goes to the weather. It tells me the weather, not just for today, but for several days in advance as well. Gone. There's a widget on that page. That's the way widgets work, and it works very, very nicely. So that's basically the things that I wanted to present today. The zoom, the magnifier, the double tap, the triple tap, and of course the widgets, and especially the clock and the post-it. Those are really nice widgets because it makes it much easier for me to see, as well as the double tap and the triple tap to make it easier to go in and out of zoom and magnifier. So that's basically it for today. Hope you subscribe, and if you would please just put down there a like. And also, if you want, you can hit that little bell there, and then you remind you that I have another video coming up. So anyway, thanks a lot. I'm the old geek guy, Gary. See you next time.